like maybe a raccoon or a possum or something, I grab their face real fast, like that. I'm gonna be doing it subcutaneous, I can speak. Of course she's gonna walk away now. Hey y'all, Amy here. Welcome back to the farm. This evening I'm going to be taking y'all with me while I do some chores, and I'm going to show you a couple of changes that we've had around here. Let's go. As y'all can see, there's a new area back here. We have a big old shade cloth back there that we put up for the dogs and the goats so they'd have more shade space. They do have that little house there, and then they have the house there that they could also get under, and then they have a couple of structures out there, but we just wanted something a little more. I've attempted to grow trees around this, and it's all growing really slow, and so we just decided to go ahead and put up that big shade thing for now because this is Florida. I have a quick unfortunate update about ducklings. So I had told you that Nibbles was sitting on that under that shed over there. She was sitting on a nest of eggs. Okay, well, I had told you before that on one side was Nibbles with her nest of eggs, and on the other side was another nest filled with at least 20 eggs in it. And that I couldn't reach either one of them. Okay, so this morning I went out, and I periodically check, like with my phone, I reach up under there because I can't see up underneath and over a little board thing. So I use my phone camera and I reach my arm up and I lift it over and I shine it or video what I see, and I pull it back out and I look at the video. Well, I decided that I was going to check on the other one, the one that had multiple eggs in it that was just there. I wanted to see if the eggs were continuing to pile up or if they were still all laying around the pond. They had been laying frequently around the pond. Like some days I'll get 9, some days I'll get 6, but they're still not all consistently 9 around the pond every day. So I wanted to look and see on that nest. And so I looked under there, and Nibbles was on that nest. She was not on the nest she's been on for the past 20 days. 20-ish days. So I was like, no. Oh no. Did she get confused? What is she doing? Why would she do this? You know, how long has she been off that other nest? Because whatever was in the eggs of that other nest will die if she hadn't been on them for a while. I don't know. I hadn't checked in about 4 or 5 days, done the phone thing up underneath it to look. And the last time I did, she was on the side she was supposed to be on, and this time she was on the other side. So could have been for 4 days not even on that other nest. Which would mean, you know, all the eggs would be dead. So I went around to the other side where she's supposed to be on, and I looked up under there with my phone, and she's not on that nest, y'all, because something got into it. I don't know, like maybe a raccoon or a possum or something, but the eggs, you know what an eggshell looks like when it hatches. There was shells, but there wasn't from the hatched shells. They were shells with holes in them that something had eaten out the inside. So no ducklings. No ducklings. And there was nothing but shells. And and no remnants of like ducklings or anything, like they hadn't hatched and then died under there or anything like that. And the way that the eggshells were opened, it wouldn't be from hatching. Like they come, if you've seen an egg hatch, it breaks typically in half, and it has to be enough space for the baby to get out. The baby can't get out of a tiny little hole in one end of an egg. That's not how it works. Whistling ducks. So yeah, that's one of the whistling ducks. So y'all, I guess what we're gonna do is I'm gonna see if I can't get, if she's only been on that nest for a couple of days, the other one, the one with a ton of eggs in it, I think what I'm gonna do is catch her out from underneath it and block up around the shed so that she can't get back under there, because it wouldn't have been enough time for anything to really be developing anyway. And a duck's not going to sit for enough time starting all over again. Like she would have to sit on it for 28 days. And if she's already been setting for a good almost right at 20 days, she's not going to set for another 28 days. It's just not going to happen. And I don't know how, I don't know. I just think the best thing to do is going to be to get her off the nest, catch her when she's off the nest. I thought about trying to use like a rake to scrape out the eggs that are under there, but a rake is not going to fit under the board. I have to dig under the board, but the board's far away. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't know how I'd get the eggs out. But block up underneath there so this doesn't keep happening. So yeah, no ducklings, y'all. No ducklings. All right, I've got a couple of broody hens here, and I'm just gonna show you real quick how I get eggs out from a mean broody hen. So obviously when they're broody, that means they wanna set eggs and they're gonna get grumpy about it most of the time. So what I do is I grab their face real fast, like that, and then I have it in my hand like this, very gently around their neck, okay? I lift it up, hold on to that, and reach underneath them and get out whatever they have. Set it right there for now. Okay, and then you let go. I'll show you this one, same thing. You gotta be quick about it because do you see how she pecked her tail like that? Like she wants to peck me. So if I could get her to turn around, that'd be more helpful. Turn around so I can get hold of her head better. You gotta be really fast but it doesn't hurt him or anything. You just reach and grab, and then I have her head like this. I'm not pulling, I'm being gentle. And then I'm gonna reach under her and get what she has, and then I'm gonna release her. And I didn't get picked. All right, y'all, I'm gonna take you out there to show you Bingo in just a minute. But first I'm gonna tell you something about him. Okay, so penicillin injectable. A couple of days ago, my family and I went to the American Farmstead Convention, something that was put on locally, and we went and it was great. We had a good time. Well, when we came back, Bingo was not okay. We got back, I prepared their bottles, and I went out to feed the babies their bottles. Well, y'all, he was laid out flat, barely breathing. He had over 105 fever because I took his temperature. He was covered in scours. His eyes were rolled back in his head and his neck was thrown back, and he was just like about dead. He was about dead. He went from that morning, he didn't quite finish his bottle and he was moving a little slow, and I thought his tummy was a little upset. But he was still up and moving and drank most of it, and I was like, okay, well, we had this thing, so we went and did the thing, and this is his. He gets penicillin twice a day. It needs to be room temperature, so I took it out of the fridge. I put his 1 ml per 100 pounds penicillin. I'm gonna leave it here on the counter and let it get room temperature before I give it to him. But anyway, so of course, a vet got called. My sister got called, a vet got called. He needed ice packs around him to bring his temperature down. He needed, the vet told me to give him 2 doses of penicillin, morning and night, or 12 hours apart, every day for 5 days. And then I needed to give him Banamine, and that's only once a day. He already got his this morning of that. And then we were gonna see what happened. He said that, the vet said that he's got some type of infection of some kind. We don't know. I'm thinking maybe lungs, maybe from ingesting some fluids or whatever during birth, maybe. I don't know, it's been a little while since then, so I wouldn't think it would be that. But anyway, he's doing much better today. He's still slow on his feet. He's not running around out here like he was doing before. He was where he was just, a couple days after he was born, he was running back and forth with the kids and having a great time. But he's been moving slower. He hasn't been eating as much. He's been getting smaller feedings more frequently. He was scouring, like I said, which is diarrhea. And then the next day, after his first rounds of medication and stuff, it went back to normal. And now his stool is loose again today. So just reacting to the medication and stuff, I guess. But anyway, that is what has been happening with him. So we're gonna go over there and see him real quick, and I'm also gonna show you something else new that I have over there that most of you probably already know about, because I posted about it on my YouTube feed earlier today, but I'm gonna show you. Come here, dude. Come here. He's looking for his bottle. Look at him. See him all moving around and everything. He doesn't have the energy to run around yet, but he's doing so much better. Oh my word, y'all, we about lost him. But thanks to my sister Grace, I called her because I I haven't had a bottle baby in 15 years, really, as far as cows go. Goats, pigs, yeah, done all that. But I hadn't done calves in a really long time. But my sister still does. And so I called her with what she would do. And basically treatment for him would have been the same regardless of the species. But yeah, so watch out. Watch out. Careful, baby. Careful, baby. Okay, yes, I know. I had to go make his bottle. Look at him. See how much energy he has now? He's doing good. He's doing a lot better. I can feel by the temperature of his mouth that he still has a little bit of a fever. He's had off and on fevers, but it's hot in his mouth. So, alright, I gotta dose him. I gotta go make his bottle, give him his bottle, and give him another dose of his antibiotic. So, let's go make a bottle, or I'm gonna go make a bottle, and then I'm gonna come back here and tell you about something else. But let me go make the bottle real quick. Alright, y'all, and I just wanted to clarify what I said earlier. When I said he's gonna be on medication for 5 days, that's gonna be the penicillin twice a day for 5 days. The Banamine is only 3 days. You don't want to do that more than once a day for 3 days for this little fella. So I have switched him to an Ultra Plus medicated milk replacer. Also to help. Okay, so I'm gonna give him a shot, and the first several times it was intramuscular with the penicillin, which means that you shoot it right into the muscle. You can do that in the back or here or in the neck, and that delivers it faster. And now I'm going to be doing it subcutaneous. I'm having trouble talking today, y'all. Going to be doing it subcutaneous. I can speak. And when you give it sub-Q, you want to give it into a tent of skin, a flap of skin, so it's just under the skin. So, here's you. He just finished eating. Excuse me. Alright, so I just hold him, okay, right here on the shoulder is where I'm going to do it, and get a flap of skin, like so. You want to do it at a 30-degree angle. Insert. Rub. Just like that. Alright. For this little guy, I'm using an 18 gauge 3/4 inch needle. Yes! See, that wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. Oh, baby. He still doesn't feel great. And when he eats his bottle, he gets sleepy. He gets sleepy and tired. Okay. Let me go show you the other thing I want to show you. Look. Of course she's going to walk away now. Come on, y'all. I got a female for Duke. That one's Duke right there. Yesterday, my friend Miriam was making a drive to somewhere that had some available for sale, and she offered to pick one up for me, and I said yes, please, that would be great. And so I don't know if you're gonna be able to see him or not. Where'd y'all go? Where'd y'all go? Oh man, probably up there on the roost. Yep, they are. It's getting quite dark out here. You can't tell because the camera pulls in all the light, but it's much darker than it looks. But anyway, yes, y'all, Duke has a girlfriend, and I got her here. It was really late last night. There's Duke. It was really late last night, and so Duke was up on his roost, which he would usually roost up on top of like where we process deer and stuff. And that's where he would sleep. The kids are all running around being crazy with the goats over there. Y'all be careful. Watch out for Annabelle. And so it was pretty late at night. It was well after dark when I was able to get her here. I went to my friend Miriam's and picked her up from her house and brought her here and in a little crate, and I put her in here. And this morning, first thing, daylight, look out the window and Duke is right here at the pen, like, hey. So I came out here and it was easy. I just opened the gate and he just went right in. He's like, yes please, yes please, thank you. So he's very happy with his girlfriend. Now he has been free range for quite some time now, for several weeks. What are you doing, Annabelle? You did get her all hyper. So I don't know what I'm gonna do as far as keeping him contained with her. The person that we got her from suggested keeping her pinned up for 6 months before letting her go. With the amount of money I spent on her, I'm seriously considering that because I don't want to take any chances of this Peacock leaving. But that's a long time. And I know Duke stays here. So I'm considering just like letting him out and putting him back in, if he'll go back in every couple of days or something, to let him have his freedom. All right, so we had to turn around because Pearl needs the scratches. So we're gonna let's move you back a little so you can see my Pearl. See my Pearl. All right. So anyway, yeah, I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna do, but the goal is to have free range peacocks because y'all, this is 100 acres. There's plenty of space, lots of room for them to roam. Originally, the reason I only have one peacock, if you haven't been around and you don't know, I had a pair. I had Duke and Duchess, and then I kept them pinned up for 5 weeks after I got them, and they went straight to the woods as soon as I let them free. Now, online said 5 weeks was the amount of time to get them used to the place before letting them out. So that's what I did. And I don't think that was long enough because like within minutes of the gate opening, they were just flying away. Peacocks can fly. I don't know who said that's a myth. I've heard that it's a myth. It is not a myth, y'all. It is the truth. These peacocks, I've had Duke fly from my backyard over this barn, over the second barn, and onto the top of a third barn. The very top of this massive barn. Okay, he flies. He flies. But anyway, they flew and left. They half flew, half ran, disappeared to the woods. So, and then within 24 hours, he was back and she was gone. So he came and he stayed, and he's been here since March, and the end of March, right? End of March, yeah. And he's been here just fine. And he's awesome, and I love that he's free range, and I want a female to be free range, but this girl's gonna stay pinned up for longer than 5 weeks. Yeah, that's the plan. Let him out once in a while. She stays contained for a while. She can see that he stays here. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Because I will have 2 or 3 free range peacocks. And yes, I said like 3 because I have an aunt who I might be getting a peacock from, and I might even be getting 2 from her. I don't know yet. We'll see. So I may have 1 male to 2 females. I may have 1 male to 3 females. That might be coming soon. So, beautiful. All right, y'all. Well, thanks for hanging out with me today. Until next time, keep on the sunny side.